This is the Chevrolet Bolt EUV. EUV stands for Electric Utility Vehicle. So it's kind of like the same recipe as the other Chevrolet Bolt, but for 2022, we've got a larger one, a bigger one, a more practical one. So today I'm gonna go on the road and test this Bolt EUV. I'm going to see if the cold's going to affect the range. We're going to test the acceleration, the comfort, the practicality of this Bolt EUV. Welcome to the Torq Media channel. Under the hood of this Bolt EUV, unfortunately, there's no cargo space, there's no frunk, but still we've got one electric motor matched to a 65 kilowatt battery. This is good for 200 horsepower and 266 foot-pounds of torque. Now I'm going to go on the road and test this oversized Chevrolet Bolt. All right, I'm going to test the acceleration with the Bolt EUV. I'm going to put it in race mode. Let's go. There you go. You can do the 0 to 100 kilometers in about 6.9 seconds. It's not the quickest electric vehicle I drove this season. I think this Bolt EUV is not really focused on the performance, but still it's not slow. You can do the quarter mile in 15.2 seconds. I like to give you those quarter mile time because, you know, I grew up in the city here in Quebec where we've got a drag strip. So I like those numbers. I know this is not the type of car you're going to bring to the drag strip, but still, we've got the stats and I like it. All right, on the road with the Chevrolet Bolt EUV. You know, this is pretty much the same formula as the normal Bolt, but oversized pretty much. You know, it's still got that, you know, old recipe of the old electric cars from my point of view. It really have the formula of a city car, a commuter, you know, with that shape, with those small wheels and all that. Obviously, having this formula is gonna affect, you know, the joys of driving and also the comfort. You know, having really small wheels like that, it's not the best handling. It's not the best comfort, you know, when you hit a big puddle and all that. Your wheels are pretty small. But I could say, you know, I drove the Bolt, the first generation. Next week, I'm going to drive actually the new generation of the normal Bolt. But still, it's really way much more comfortable than the last generation. You know, suspension-wise and also seat-wise, the seats in the old generation of Bolt were just terrible. But, you know, it's pretty decent. You know, maybe we're gonna have to make a sacrifice, maybe on the performance, the handling, a little bit on the comfort, but at least we've got the Super Cruise driving for us. So Super Cruise, it's kind of like an autopilot. You know, I drove several Super Cruise in some Cadillac GMCs and all that, but it's fun to find this technology inside of an affordable car. You know, it only works on map roads, especially highways and stuff like that. But it works pretty well, you know. I was really impressed, especially when I drove it inside of the new generation of the GMC Sierra. But one thing I noticed this week, we don't have the latest generation of Super Cruise. It doesn't change line by itself. Even if you put your blinker on, it won't change the line by itself. So it's kind of like Super Cruise first version, I could say. It's not Super Cruise 2.0. If it's Super Cruise 2.0, maybe it's missing some sensors to actually do the lane changing. But still, it's really fun to have this technology and, you know, let go a little bit the car and let it drive for you a little bit, just like that. You let your hands go and you're good to go on the highway. Design-wise, this Bolt EUV, once again, same kind of design clue as the normal Bolt, but you know, it's a bit higher, a little bit longer. It's about 6 inches longer. Same style, you know, aggressive headlights in the front. We've got that electric vibe, old school electric vibe, I could say, with some Bolt logos all around, really small wheels. You know, it's really made to be easy to drive, easy to park, with those large windows all around. You know, it's really a city car from my point of view. But stepping inside of this Bolt, this is where we gain a lot of space, especially for the headroom and the legroom. Just a quick reminder, I'm a 6'3". It's a pretty small little EUV, and I have plenty of space. Really good job inside of this, Chevrolet Bolt EUV. Everything is at the right place. Nothing to impress your friends or something like that. It's really functional. We've got a really good screen, really clear, really quick, really easy to use. Also, we've got a spatial page to manage your energy and your recharge. This is really cool. So you can improve your eco driving with this. Really clear, easy to use. We kept a lot of real buttons. I really like that. So all the climates and all that, we still have hard buttons. Not everything is on the screen. I really like that. One thing I noticed this week about this Bolt EUV, it's built for the North American market. We still have some hard buttons and all that. It's built to be used in winter time. We've got a wiper blade in the back. It's not the case for most of electric cars. Some brands are so focused on the design, like Kia, Genesis, Hyundai. They forget to put a wiper blade in the rear window. Chevrolet keep their old school stuff, but real handle and all that, they works well. They works in winter time. Otherwise, we've got a place to recharge our phone wirelessly. The gear changer is just right here. Underneath that gear changer, we've got a button to put the Bolt EUV in the one pedal mode. This is cool. Usually we have to dig up in the screen or in the little cluster in front of me. It's just right there, and it works pretty well. Usually I don't like this mode. Basically, if you don't know what is the one pedal mode, it's when you let go the gas, the car's gonna slow down by himself. It helps to recharge more quickly the battery, and also you're using a little bit less the brakes and all that. This is cool, and I like having just a quick and simple button just right there. If we step in the back, this is where the magic happens for the extra 6 inches of length. Plenty of room in that back seats. This is why this week you can see the baby seat. The baby seat we're using, it's pretty big. It's basically a big seat built for my GMC Yukon, but still we're inside a small compact EUV, and there's plenty of space for that massive seat for my daughter. It's awesome. And still, the passenger in the front, it's not all the way cranked up in the dash. Still plenty of space for the legs. Plenty of room for the size. It's really well built inside of this Bolt EUV. We've got the panoramic roof and all that. It's built to carry people on a daily basis. Looking at the trunk, decent amount of space, especially for the size of this Bolt EUV. Really well made, for the dimension of this actual car. Range wise, on a full charge you can do 397 kilometers, and in winter condition this week, the temperature here in Canada was in between 0 Celsius to -10, so I can say in winter condition the range is going to be around 320 kilometers, maybe 325 kilometers. The Super Cruise was doing some funky stuff, but it's okay. It's doing its thing now. If we talk about the recharge time, on the level 2, it's 7 hours. And on the level 3, you can only use up to the 55 kilowatts fast charger. Because this platform, it's not the Ultium platform. You're not able to use those big fast charger, the 100 kilowatts or the 350 kilowatts one. So I could say with a fast charger, it's going to be around probably a little bit less than 2 hours or 2 hours, around something like that. Obviously, once again, it's unfortunate this model is not built on the Ultium platform. On the Ultium platform, it will be better on the recharge time and also on the range. So hopefully the next generation of Bolt will get the Ultium platform. Price wise, the Bolt EUV starts at $43,147, and the model I'm testing this week, it's a premier model, so really well equipped Bolt EUV. It's good for $51,083. The Bolt EUV, it's about $2,000 more than the normal Bolt. Is it worth it? Obviously, you know, I haven't tested the new generation of Bolt, but I'm gonna test it next week. Even, you know, I don't think I'm gonna change my mind. You know, for only $2,000, having more space inside of the cabin, more space for the kids, more space if you're tall like me, it's really worth it from my point of view. You know, overall, the Bolt EUV, it's a really solid little electric car, but you know, the things I don't really like about the Bolt EUV, it's really the look, you know, the small wheels and all that. Everything makes that car kind of like an economy car or a city car. And I think with the new generation of Chevrolet Equinox EV, GM will really answer the needs of someone like me who prefer having a better ride, maybe having a all-wheel drive system, but still having something affordable. I think this is really the goal of that new Chevrolet Equinox EV, and also a little bit more pleasing to the eye for my point of view. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about the Bolt EUV? Do you prefer the normal Bolt or the EUV version? And is it worth it to buy these Bolt right now, or you're gonna wait for the new Chevrolet Equinox EV? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And we're gonna see each other on the next review. Bolt EUV, go home.